Hey guys, Adrian here for DigitalDojos.com. This is the Dojo, episode number 5. The Dojo is a series of videos I've been doing where I'm sharing my business advice and tips along with you guys, whether you're aspiring entrepreneurs who want to start a business or maybe you own a business, and these are just some tips I think can help you along the way. And for number 5, I wanted to change things up. I want to do the top 5 things to know when starting a business. These are the things I wish I would have known when I started my business, and even to this day really help me out and keep me in line with my businesses that I run. So that being said, let's jump right into it. Number 1, the most cliche one, but I think it's really important. You got to have a passion and conviction to the thing you're doing. I'm not saying that you have to be 100% passionate, because yes, there's sometimes where people have really great ideas and they make tons of money off of it and they have no passion for it whatsoever. But if your aim is to build a business, to build an empire or some major company, whatever your goal is for your business, selling it off and then making it public and developing an IPO, making enough to make a comfortable living, I don't know. You have to have some sort of passion and conviction for the thing that you are doing, because otherwise, where people would give up, where people would throw in the towel and say, this is too much work, this is too hard, this is too this, that, and the other, that's where people who are passionate shine through, because they can cut through that bullshit. They can wake up every morning, and as I like to say, you wake up every morning and you go and start to achieve your goals. Dreams are things that you wish to happen, and wishing rarely ever comes true. Goals are something you get up and you start to work for them, and you can transition your dreams into goals by waking up and working for them. With that, number 2, working hard isn't enough. There's this misconception that success, and whether it's in business or whatever else, it's all about working hard. Working hard is a small fragment of the overall equation that is success. Working hard isn't enough. Sometimes you got to learn to work hard along with working smart. It's a lot about the hustle. Yeah, when I was younger, I thought, I'm going to work all 24/7. I'm going to be working where the other guy's sleeping. And there's a law of diminishing return there, because there's people who will work half the hours I will and make twice the money I will, or 10 times the money. So, there is no excuses. Working hard isn't enough. You have to balance that out with working smart and being efficient. You don't need to be the best in the business. There's this notion that you have to be the best, you have to be better. Sometimes you just have to be different. Netflix is different than Blockbuster. Facebook is different than MySpace. Are they better relatively? Maybe not. Maybe nowadays it would be considered better, but it's because they were different that initially got people to move from here to here. Number 3, the sweat equity. You got to be willing to put in the time, as I like to say. That's why I call it sweat equity. The time and the effort and the resources, all of it. You got to want success for your business, and you got to want whatever your goals are for your business, your line. You have to want that as much as everything else in life. You got to be willing sometimes to put in time. Whether it's working late or whatever. Like I said, I know working hard isn't enough. It's just a part of it. But you got to be willing to work around obstacles. You got to be willing to be knocked down, and you got to be able to get back up. You got to be willing to fail and accept that. You got to put your pride and ego aside and realize that you are entitled to nothing in this world. I don't care who you are or what you do or where you come from. You're entitled to nothing. You got to earn everything in life and in business, that much more. So you got to be able to put in the sweat equity. Number 4, resources. The resources that are available nowadays are ridiculous, especially in terms of starting a business. The internet, we literally have access to loads of information. If you want to start a business nowadays, you don't need thousands and thousands of dollars, but if you want to go out and pitch your idea to investors and get that, you can do that. You can email people. You can simply ask. That goes a long way. Resources. If you want to become a programmer, if you become a designer, you need to learn how to use Photoshop, you need to learn how to use a DSLR. You can Google that and literally get video courses for free. You don't need to go to a school for it. If you want to, that's your choice, but the resources that are available are ridiculous. There is no more excuses. You have a day job, and that's the reason you can't start a business or do the thing you're really passionate about. Why not? Why can't you get home from your job, spend a couple hours with your family or friends, and then spend a couple more hours building something that you want to really do and you're passionate about? You don't have enough time? We all have the same 24 hours. If there's people who can make millions and billions of dollars with the same 24 hours that me and you have, why can't you pursue this thing that you're passionate about? It's about creating the time. It's about making the time. It's not about having the time. It's about making it for something that you want to build. The resources are there and available. And last but not least, number 5, the most important. I know it's going to sound a little bit weird, but bear with me. You are the center and you aren't the center of your company. When I started out as an entrepreneur, the thing you're going to learn is when you start a business, especially if it's just you. I mean, sometimes you start with people, friends, a small startup, whatever it may be. But a lot of the times when you start, you are everything. You are going to be the billable section. You're going to be the finance section of your company. You're going to be the content creator. Maybe you're going to be the designer and you know, the site manager, the web admin. You're going to be doing a lot of that. I did a lot of that when I started my first website. But you are the center of it, and you hold a lot of the control. But as you grow, as you expand, you're going to learn that you aren't the center as well. You got to learn that you got to delegate. You got to hire the smarter people, and don't be afraid to hire smarter people because you think they'll overthrow you or whatever, this, that, or the other. I hire people based on their weaknesses. I talked about this in episode 4. Based on my weaknesses. If people have strengths where I lack those traits, then that frees me up to do more of the things that I'm better at and the things I actually want to do. You got to be willing to delegate and hand off that control every now and then to other people and to do things for the betterment of your company. Starting a business, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy and to say that I haven't had setbacks and obstacles, because I have. I'm not going to tell you that it hasn't interfered with my personal life at times, because I had to sacrifice time, people, relationships because of it, because I have. I'm not saying it's going to be like that for everybody. There's a balance to it, and if you can strike that, good on you. But it is a commitment. It is a lifestyle. It is taking risk. That's what entrepreneurship and being an entrepreneur is about. Risking something to build something and to live a lifestyle that you want to live and that you want to develop, and to have the pride and capacity to say that you did it your way. And I think these are the 5 things that really helped me to get to where I am today. And I hope some of it helps you. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Dojo. As always, you guys can subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, check out all other links that are around me. And if you guys want to see the previous episodes, well, you're free to check those out in the playlist below too. Catch you all in the next video.